Will, after the exciting game that we had at Newport on Easter Monday, we've got another tough away trip upcoming as we travel to Mansfield this weekend. Can I get your thoughts ahead of that game?
Yeah, one that we're really looking forward to. Our away form's been amazing, really. It's the back end of this season. I know it's something that the club maybe hasn't been used to over recent years, and it's something that we looked at the start of the season as trying to improve. And at the moment, it's been top class. So it's a game that we're going to go and attack and try and get some points out of it, and sort of challenge ourselves against the sides right at the top of the table.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that actually about the away form, because as you say, the club hasn't been used to sort of this much success on the road. What do you think that's down to? Is it sort of belief in the group? Is it just pure talent, pure quality? What do you think it's down to?
Yeah, there's probably a bit of belief to it. Once you start getting some results, it tends to sort of spiral. It can go both ways. So I'm guessing over the last few years, that's sort of where the club's been at. Obviously, the way we're playing this year, that we're a match for anyone. So I think we've gone to a lot of places, and like we did at the weekend, we scored early, and you can sort of get the opposition on the back foot and sort of get their crowd against them, and sort of maybe that helps us in our favour. And I don't know what it is. I can't really put my finger on it, but long may it continue.
Yeah, and we're going to need sort of all the belief we can get, as you said already, Mansfield, fighting for the league title this year. So it must give the players a big sort of boost of confidence, knowing how good we've been on the road this season, and knowing that Mansfield are probably sitting there looking as a team that should be feared.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the form, I think over the last 15 games, I think only Doncaster are ahead of us in the form table, and that probably puts Friday's result into perspective as well. They're a good side, and although they might have been sitting 15th or 16th in the table at the time, they are technically the best team in the league at the moment over the last 15 games. So I mean, like I said before, anyone's going to be we're a match for anyone, and anyone should be concerned when we come to town.
Yeah, obviously speaking of that Doncaster game, it did sort of disrupt the excellent run that we had, but it seemed that was all very quickly forgotten in the space of only a few days with the tight Easter turnaround. What was the message that the gaffer gave to the players after Friday, and the sort of message that you all gave yourselves to take that much confidence, because it really showed out there on Monday?
Yeah, I mean, I think we quickly parked it, really. Like you said, we had a great run, and we sort of tried to use it as a bit of a blip, really, and we needed a quick reaction on Monday, and I mean, they don't come any quicker than the goal we scored there, so that obviously helped us settle straight away. And I think we actually got the second sort of against the run of play, which we haven't done many times this season, really. It seems to be that when we're controlling games, sometimes we concede against the run of play. So we said at half time it was quite nice to score like that, and then I think once the second went in, we really controlled the game, and especially once the third went in, obviously we knew then it was just about keeping the ball and seeing the game out, and we did that, and obviously got the fourth right at the end with a nice little move. So all tied in well.
Dream game for you as a defender, clean sheet and 2 assists as well. We've seen a lot over the course of the season that you obviously played a big part in set pieces, especially dead balls, but also throw-ins as well. So it must be really pleasing to get a couple more for yourself, because it's not that often, is it, that defenders will rack up as many assists as yourself?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it helps that I am on set pieces, but I think over the course, I don't know how many have come direct from set pieces. There's been a couple from open play as well. So obviously, if you take away the set pieces, I think I still won't be far off sort of 5, which is sort of a target for myself, trying to get to double figures really in goals and assists. So I just need to score another goal again this season to sort of get that to 5, and I'm happy with my numbers either side. But obviously we work really hard on set pieces. I know fans aren't happy sometimes when we go short, but like you saw on Monday, it worked perfectly, where we realised that obviously sending 3 out there and sending Darcy inside with his run, it took 2 away and I'd be free, and it sort of changed the angle, and obviously Dion come on and met the cross with perfect timing, and then the second assist for Loz's goal, I did think the goalie was probably going to come and get it, but obviously he stayed, and it ended up being bang on perfect, and somehow he's dug out a finish from, I don't know where it's hit him. He's saying it's hit him on the foot, but I'm sure it's come off somewhere like nearer the knee. But a hell of a finish. I don't know how he's got it in from there. So I can't can't really take all the credit for that. Two good finishers.
You obviously scored our first goal of the season. We've come a long way since then. We're sort of reaching the very end of the season now. How impressed have you been with the squad as a whole, and what we've achieved, and what is still a possible achievement as well?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone really saw it coming. I remember having chats with the gaffer in the summer, maybe and ahhing about signing here, to be honest with you. But the gaffer showed how he wanted to play. He showed some pre-season clips, and it sort of fell in line with how I wanted to play football and get back enjoying playing that style of football. And obviously, after a few games, once it come to fruition how we were going to play, and we were putting teams to the sword. The buy-in from the boys and probably the fans as well realised that we could do something special. Obviously, we had a little bit of a blip in October. I don't think we even won a game, but we quickly got back on the horse and we believed in it again. And now I feel like we belong, and now it's just about finishing off all that hard work and getting ourselves in a playoff spot, because no one wants to come this far to get this far and miss out. So we'll be giving it everything now to get in the playoffs and extend our season.
Perfect.
Well, Will, carrying on that conversation, obviously there is the chance of a trip to Wembley at the end of all this. Have you ever played at Wembley, and what's it like having that as a carrot to the end of the season?
Yeah, I've never played there, so it's a big carrot for myself. Something that I'll try and not think of until the time arises. Obviously, it's every kid's dream to go and play at Wembley, and I get quite a good backing from friends and family, so I'll probably end up taking coach loads to sit in the stands to come and watch. So obviously that'd be really nice as well. So, and I've never really had a big playoff run either, which is something that I want to put on my CV, because that's why we play for success. So something that I've got my eye on, but obviously we'll have to see, and I don't want to tempt fate yet. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I asked Scott before the Doncaster game about the team now in the playoffs. Is there an extra pressure? Obviously, you lost against Doncaster, but you bounced straight back against Newport. Being in the playoffs, does that add extra pressure as a player, do you think?
No, I don't think so. And I don't think it did. I saw a few tweets on Friday after the game saying that maybe the boys felt the pressure of a big crowd and being in the playoffs, but I really don't think that's the case. We've got 6 games left now. So it doesn't matter if you're in the playoffs now, you need to be in there come 27th of April. I'd take being out of the playoffs the whole season to sneak in there on the last day. I don't think there's any pressure. There's still so many points to play for.
Yeah, and I think at the beginning of the season, if you were told that you had to go to Mansfield and Wrexham within 4 days of each other, a lot of fans, and maybe you they'd be thinking, God, that's a tough old end. But the way you're playing at the moment and your away form shows how far this team has come, that you're going to those games where people are thinking you can probably get something from both.
100%. I think they'll both be very wary of us coming to town, and to be honest, I think they should be. Like you said, our form's been incredible, really, and the last 2 away games we've started and scored within 2 minutes. So if we can carry on that trend, then we'll try and make it not as easy, but obviously that helps and puts you in a one step forward straight away. So we'll try and replicate that again.
And a word about the gaffer, Scott Lindsay. The nominations for Manager of the Year came out today from the FL. He wasn't nominated. It's a travesty, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I saw it last night, I think, or maybe it got leaked on Twitter. I mean, I don't know how he's not got. He must have been in contention at least. I don't know, but how he's not got down to the final 3, I'm not sure. I mean, the other 3 guys have done really well, but I see people saying with the budgets and maybe the size of the club, the clubs involved, that maybe the managers expected to be in there, whereas here we were everyone's whipping boys, weren't we? We were odds on to go down, and we're defying odds really with where we're at the moment, and you can only put that down to one man really and his beliefs. And like I said, we've all bought into it, so really it's one man's job, and he should definitely be in the position to win an award of that ilk.
Brilliant, thank you.